Plato's concept of the philosopher king is a timeless and profound idea that offers a unique solution to the problem of governance. In a world where democracy has been hijacked by multiple political hypocrisies and institutions, the idea of a philosopher king as the best system of governance becomes more relevant than ever. In this essay, I will argue that Plato's concept of the philosopher king offers a superior alternative to the current system of democracy. Firstly, Plato believed that the ideal ruler must possess both knowledge and virtue. A philosopher king is someone who is not only knowledgeable, but also has a deep understanding of justice, morality, and ethics. In contrast, democracy places no such requirement on its leaders. The current political climate is characterized by a lack of ethical leadership, where politicians are more interested in their own power than in serving their constituent. The result is a system that is rife with corruption and dishonesty, with politicians often making decisions that benefit themselves rather than their constituents. In contrast, a philosopher king is not motivated by personal gain, but rather by the desire to do what is best for the people. Secondly, Plato believed that the ideal ruler must have a holistic view of the world. A philosopher king is someone who has a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things and can make decisions that take into account the long-term consequences of those decisions. In contrast, democracy often leads to short-term thinking, where politicians are more concerned with winning the next election than with making decisions that will benefit future generations. A philosopher king, on the other hand, is more concerned with making decisions that will benefit society as a whole, even if those decisions may not be popular in the short term. Thirdly, Plato believed that the ideal ruler must be a philosopher. A philosopher king is someone who has spent their life studying philosophy and has a deep understanding of the nature of reality. This allows them to make decisions that are grounded in reason and logic rather than in emotion or ideology. In contrast, democracy often leads to decisions that are made based on emotion or ideology rather than reason. A philosopher king, however, is not swayed by emotions or ideology, but rather by a deep understanding of the nature of reality. In conclusion, Plato's concept of the philosopher king offers a superior alternative to the current system of democracy. A philosopher king is someone who is knowledgeable, virtuous, and has a holistic view of the world. They're also someone who has spent their life studying philosophy and has a deep understanding of the nature of reality. In contrast, democracy often leads to short-term thinking, corruption, and decisions that are based on emotion or ideology. The world today is in dire need of ethical and knowledgeable leaders who are more concerned with the greater good than with personal gain. The concept of the philosopher king offers a solution to this problem and should be seriously considered as a viable alternative to the current system of governance.